Well, as you probably all know, surrounding the elections, there was a lot of unrest in the Netherlands. And when we look at the P2000 call data, which is something the police is familiar with, we saw 4 shootings in Rotterdam alone in the 2 weeks leading up to the election. So there's a lot of local unrest because of a big national event. And this is an example of what this sort of unrest could look like. This is a confrontation between the police and a community. And this is a case where the police had to intervene. And the police, they can sort of get an idea about the atmosphere, so the public atmosphere. But it's very hard to grasp because this is not something that this is not hard data. The police can, however, get data on other types of attacks. This is the attacks in Paris. And this attack caused 129 people to lose their lives. But did you also know that driving accidents, traffic accidents with alcohol influence causes, in the same year, 2015, 140 people to lose their lives. There's a discrepancy here between the amount of public sentiment going to the people in Paris and to the victims of local events. So there's a bigger impact when you have a global event than what you have in the local community. However, we think these sort of events are equally, if not more, important because this is where the local police operates. The police has a local operation which could, in this case, lead to an arrest intervention. And we have data on that. And the police can also taste this atmosphere. But the police does not have a sort of a sixth sense. So you can sense what's happening in the community and you can see hard data. But wouldn't it be nice to combine this gut feeling that you have, there's an unrest in the community, emotions that lead to a certain act, and in the end, this act leads to something happening. For example, the whole Erdogan, the Turkish situation. Sorry. The Turkish situation. This has a lot of global impact, and of course, this has a local impact as well. And there's a lot of emotion that's going on in this, and somebody might be frustrated, and they step into their car, and they start to drive recklessly. This causes an accident, which is something that does not immediately correlate to sorry, I'm very distracted by 2 minutes. Does not immediately correlate to this act, but you see something. And wouldn't it be nice to know what kind of people are involved in this feeling and what kind of events are involved in these feelings and what kind of influence these emotions and this atmosphere has on the local crime rate. And of course, what should the police do with this? And we decided the police needs a sixth sense. So we're going to give you a demonstration about what our dashboard is capable of in regards to giving the police a sixth sense for crime.
The first chart below visualizes the total level of emotion for a given day. Currently, this uses news headlines. Another source could be social media feeds. The lower chart visualizes the total number of arrests per day across time. Here you see results from Baltimore in 2014. When zooming in on a particular time frame, the upper bar charts show a detailed breakdown of both the types of emotion and the types of crime that occur in that time span. Upon zooming in to a shorter time frame, a correlation between sentiment and crime rate suggests itself. And with this, we hope that police will be better equipped to more effectively allocate resources.
And of course, this system is not complete because you only saw news data and the local crime rates. And we would like, our system in the end would be able to use streaming data to predict what kind of trends we have in the emotional public opinion and how this reflects on criminal activity in the end.
Thank you.
And this is our message.
So, wow, great. I'm curious, did you already find any sequence between the public opinion and the local crime? I mean, what's the order in which that goes?
Well, let me think about that. Words are very hard to think. So what we looked at in the data was we tried to correlate the emotional state, the sentiment data, to the actual criminal activity. And as you can see in the plot, this is a total amount. So there's a lot of emotion going on and a lot of criminal activity. And what we weren't able to do, but what we would like to do, is to be able to splice out the different types of criminal activity and the different types of emotions that are linked to it, so that you can click on it and say, okay, I want anger and narcotics, so that in the end you would be able to say, well, we see an event in the timeline with a party. There's a party going on, and we see a lot of people are happy, and we also see a lot of narcotics abuse in the prediction. So what would be wise is to send a police force or a patrol car to that party and see whether there's some narcotic abuse going on, that sort of trend. And so the trend prediction in the end would lead to that sort of helpful information, we hope.
From the audience? Yeah? The sentiment analysis, when it comes to emotions, the way you measure emotions comes from the titles of the news, right?
Yeah, in this case, we put the sentiment analysis on the news data and on social media.
Could this be extended to include the news?
Sorry, stop. Sorry. Yeah, if you